Hi and welcome to fastidioschef.com. Today I'm going to make Demi Glace. Demi Glace is it has a very intensive taste, and it is, so good to have in soup or in various dishes, but mainly also in sauces, different kind of gravy or stews or whatever you are making. Just have a few tablespoons of this in it and it will be so good, and it will take it to absolutely a higher level of taste and flavor. I promise you that. This is very easy to make, but it just takes time. So it's easy. You just caramelize the meat and the bones and the green vegetables that you are using, and then you bring it to a boil and let it simmer for between 16 to 24 hours. So that is what it takes time. If you're not prepared to put that time in, don't do it. But if you do, as we say in Swedish, it's worth its weight in gold. Honestly. You can put this in everything you make, and it will keep also a long time in freezer, which means that it's very easy. You prepare a lot and then you take a little at a time. Now, there are a few things I need to tell you. Originally, Demi Glace, which is French and was made in France once upon a time, is made with veal and veal bones. But usually it's very difficult to find that. So I learned on internet that you can cheat a little and use ordinary beef and beef bones, but put some chicken wings in there, and that will make it veal stock almost. So what you are after, what you're looking for, is really the collagen that is going to be built when you boil this and you let it simmer for between, as I said, 16 and 24 hours. So I put both recipes down at my blog, so please do pay a visit there. So let's get started. Here you can see the vegetables that you need. Don't cut them into too small pieces. Preheat your oven to 392 Fahrenheit and put the meat, or if you're using chicken wings, in oiled oven dishes, and put them in the oven for 45 minutes, and halfway through you have to turn them. Meanwhile, heat a large saucepan with a little oil and put the vegetables in there and fry them for 10 to 15 minutes. They have to be really caramelized as the meat, as you can see here. And put the meat in the pan, and also get use of the liquid that has been gathered there. Put the chicken wings if using them. Otherwise, if you are using veal, you don't need the chicken wings. Pour as much water to completely cover the meat and the vegetables. You can read more about them at my blog. So mix everything in the pot. And if you want to use herbs, put it in there. Put the whole peppercorns and the bay leaves. And bring it to a boil, and then let it simmer like this, with small bubbles, for between 16 to 24 hours. Also add the tomato paste. Put the lid on. And now it has to simmer for 16 to 24 hours. It looks like this after 24 hours. Strain the meat and let it drain well. Then strain the liquid again and then filter it again through a fine mesh sieve. Now, you have to reduce it until you have first bring it to a boil and then simmer for about 3 hours. And you will end up with 3/4 of that left. Let it cool a little bit, put it in a suitable or appropriate container, put it in the refrigerator for overnight. Then you can take away the fat that has come to the surface and spoon it into portion forms like this, um, and put plastic wrap on top, put it in the freezer, and when it has frozen like this, pack them individually and put them in a larger bag and back to the freezer again. There are so many, it will keep for several years actually in the freezer. I promise you, you will not regret making this. You can just spoon it in everything you make. As we say in Iran, nushajan, or enjoy. I really hope you like this recipe. If so, please do consider subscribing and don't forget to give your thumbs up on YouTube.